So you know the name now, huh? The cat is out of the bag. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You did a hell of a job keeping it a secret all these years.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch Beta 0814 Community Testers Realm. A game that I have been playing for months and months, been under strict NDA, and guess what? That NDA is now lifted. Every single stream that I've had, I've been talking about, I've been teasing that Necromancer, my favorite mastery, will be top tier come March 9th, the 090 update. And I've been talking about how Necromancer has a couple problems that have now been fixed and been fixed in the most glorious way. We're going to get into this right now. So, as you can see, this is my new Necro. It is currently level 76 inside of the CT. And before you understand the significance of these updates, you first have to understand the problem. Now, one thing with Necromancer is it's pretty slow and it's pretty squishy. Now, the movement skill that we have for Necromancer is Transplant. And Transplant is a fine skill. It works well, it has lots of buffs, and it does a lot of good things for the minion class. But what sucks about Transplant is obviously you have to give up something. Do I not want Wraiths? Do I not want Zombies? Do I not want Golem or Abomination or Mages or Dreadshade? And it is always a hard argument to use up an entire skill for just movement. And it's different, right? Like Rogue and Sentinel, like their movements have a strict, like this is required. Necromancer is not that way. On top of that, when you are using Transplant, your minions don't come with you. So a lot of the times you give up a skill spot, you end up using Transplant, and then it doesn't matter because you're just moving so much faster than your minions that you're just transplanting into harm's way and you die. Okay? Giving up a skill for movement, minions not coming with you. What if I told you that they have solved that problem with 2 specific nodes in the best possible way? All right, let's get rid of Transplant and get our zombies back, and let's head over to the newly refreshed Skeleton Mage tree. Now, when you look at Skeleton Mage, you will notice right off the bat, like you got some new pictures, you got some new stuff, and for the most part, this whole side of the tree is the same. What is new is what's right above my head. Check this out, okay? Forbidden Arcania. Skeleton Mages deal more damage based on your maximum mana. So if you want to turn into a max mana build, you can. But this is not what's important. What's important is the skill that comes after it, and that is right here. Brave Passage. When you directly cast Skeleton Mage, you are teleported to the target location. Summon Skeleton Mage now has a cooldown which is shared with Transplant and Reap. Inside of the Skeleton Mage tree, they have given us a free Transplant. Okay? And it's nice too because this is a portion of the tree that you're always going to use. This would actually be a very different conversation if this singular node right here was like here. Like off, you know, like you're forced to make cold mages or something like that. No. Literally for a 2 points of passive, you are going to get a free Transplant. But it gets better. It gets so much better because that only solves one problem. You are still going to be transplanting into areas alone without your bodyguards. Well, no worries. They took care of that as well. Because right under Grave Passage, you have Death's Cavalry. When you teleport using Summon Skeleton Mage, some of your minions are teleported with you. Now, when you hear some, you're probably thinking, oh, it must be random, or it must be 1 or 2, or 3 or 4. Maybe they give us 5. No, they give us 9. 9 minions are teleported with you, okay? So let's just do a quick count on the build that I'm currently making. Summon Skeleton Mage. I can make 4. I am using Permanent Wraiths. I can make 2. And my new golem armor coming to the game, 90% of people, you're going to be able to have 3 fully functioning golems. So that's 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals 9. You can take your entire army with you every single time you teleport. And that is just the beginning of what I have to talk about. And let me just quickly show you this in action. We're all over here and we're fighting and we're fighting. And then I go here, boom, all my minions are with me. And we're fighting and we're fighting, boom, all my minions are with me. Now, what does this do? This also gives you the ability to quick action save your minion's life. So if you're fighting Lagon and the beam's about to come out, well, you can move all your minions to the right or left. Or you are fighting the Emperor of Corpses and the big teal necrotic ring is coming out, no problem. You could pull all your minions out of harm's way. You could direct them for attack, or you can direct them for survivability. And there's one other big win. There's one other big win. As we all know, Dreadshade is a powerhouse. It is going to be a powerhouse for multiplayer because it has this node, which is going to allow you to affect your allies as well. But obviously your minions get a huge buff from Dreadshade. Well, Dreadshade is a ring. See the ring? And sometimes it's hard to get all of your minions in the ring. Not anymore, because even if everybody is fighting and everyone's spread out, no big deal. When I teleport, all of them are inside of the Dreadshade. Let me show you this in action. Okay, right now we are logged into a level 80 monolith. And again, remember my character is level 76. Didn't want to go too high, didn't want to go too low. This isn't about the build. This isn't a completed build. It's just my CT run. It's about seeing how quick Necromancer could be now. Now, some other things to think about. You could go all big minions. You could go 3 golems, an abomination, and an archmage, or a large zombie, or just 2 permanent wraiths. It is going to be more about having those strong units you could take with you instead of this huge horde army. I feel like that is going to be a better way. On top of that, this skeleton, summon skeleton, now has a 4-second cooldown. You can also bring that down through multiple cooldown affixes added into the game. So you can probably get that down maybe to 3 seconds, maybe even under if you find some tier 7 affixes. So you're really just bouncing around the map. Right now it is in its default at 4 seconds. With all that out of the way, let's play. Anybody that's played Necro will immediately notice, wow, that is so much better. Wow, this was a short run. Want all my minions on this side, no problem. Let's regroup, and we're done. That wasn't a great example because it was so fast. Let's fight a boss. Boss fight. Let's do it. You might notice some differences with these boss fights as well. This isn't fair. My Necro's too strong. Ooh, maybe not. Get them all bunched up, so they are using that Dreadshade. we are in range for kill threshold. You done. New Necro is awesome. And we're just starting to scratch the surface of these changes. But obviously those two new nodes, you are now in the know of the game changer that is Skeleton Mage. That's the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon. That's all I got. And I will see you throughout the entire weekend for this event. Aaron, out.